You've been lied to. For too long, you've been getting advice about how to get your baby to sleep better, and it feels helpful, but it's actually creating dependency. They're selling you short-term fixes that sabotage your baby's ability to truly sleep through the night on their own. I'm exposing 7 popular sleep tips that are not only robbing your baby of their independence, but they're robbing you of your sleep and your sanity. And stick around because the last one is something 90% of parents do thinking it helps, but is actually the biggest sleep killer of them all. Mistake number 1, the Bandaid Trap. Think about a Band-Aid. You use it to cover a scratch, but it doesn't actually make the cut go away. Using things like pacifiers, loud sound machines all night long, or constant rocking, if not used the right way, are just Band-Aids. Your baby might stop the crying for a minute, but these props don't teach your baby how to sleep. When the Band-Aid falls off, like when the pacifier drops out of your baby's mouth, the crying starts all over again. Stop using Band-Aids and start fixing the real problem. What works for a moment often creates a problem that lasts for months. My Baby Sleep Accelerator coaching shows you an effective way to use a sound machine, how to use rocking, your voice, how to put it all together the right way, and it's really easy. Mistake number 2, you're managing symptoms instead of building a system. When your baby wakes up, most advice focuses on stopping your baby's crying, but a cry is a symptom. The real issue is the system. So do you have a system in place? What to do to help your baby when they wake up in the middle of the night? Think of it like a broken car. So one expert might tell you to just keep adding oil, but if the engine has a leak, you need a system fix, not just more oil. True sleep independence is about building trust. It's not from chasing every little sound that you hear your baby makes. That's why I created the child behavioral algorithm to show you exactly what to do when your baby wakes up at night so they can go back to sleep faster. Mistake number 3, you're trapped in reactive parenting. This is what I call peeper's paradise. So every little sound, every peep that you hear on the monitor sends you rushing in to check on your baby. So I'm not saying that you're not supposed to check on them, but physically going to pick them up is not necessarily the first choice that I teach my moms. You're reacting to every noise reinforces that any sound means mom is coming. And you want to be there for them, but there's a better way to effectively do this where you can check on your baby without physically going in and picking them up every single time. When you do that, you're teaching them to expect intervention rather than giving them the space to figure things out. So this isn't about ignoring your baby. It's about discerning their needs and empowering them to find their own calm, which is a huge step towards better sleep for your baby. Mistake number 4, falling for the overtired paradox. So you're told just keep them up longer. They'll be so tired and they'll crash, right? They'll fall asleep. Wrong, completely wrong. What happens when a baby gets overtired? Their little bodies flood with cortisol, the stress hormone. And this isn't sleepiness. It's a biological alarm going off. The common advice here creates a vicious cycle. So an overtired baby leads to more cortisol, which leads to harder sleep, not easier sleep. This is why timing is everything, and guessing will always fail you. Mistake number 5, the baby talk trap. You lack vocal authority when you do this. We talked about the power of your voice in another video. Often moms are encouraged to do high-pitched, sing-songy baby talk like, "Hi baby, goo goo gaga." All right, so it's cute, but it's stimulating, not calming. So your baby's nervous system is listening for a leader, not a cheerleader when it's time for sleep. So if your voice is full of frustration or frantic energy, for example, your baby's nervous system will entrain to that. True vocal authority isn't about yelling. It's about a specific frequency that signals safety and calm. Most parents are missing this completely. Mistake number 6, rescuing instead of supporting. When your baby fusses, your natural instinct is to fix it. You scoop them up, immediately rock them, give them their pacifier. You're always the hero, but a hero can also disempower. True support for independence means creating an environment where they can learn to self-soothe. It's about being present, but not always intervening. I know this may sound harsh to some moms, but this is a critical mindset shift that separates independent sleepers from dependent ones. Mistake number 7, and the biggest sleep killer of them all. You're relying on tech over biology. They've convinced you that apps, smart cribs, and gadgets can somehow override your baby's fundamental biology. Now, these are tools to help you, but a machine cannot replicate the biological frequency of your voice. It cannot release oxytocin. It cannot stimulate the vagus nerve the way a human touch or voice can. You are outsourcing your innate power to a device, and your baby's independence and your rest are paying the price. If you've been making these mistakes, and let's be honest, many of us have been using these tips, it's not your fault. You just have not been shown the right way, but it is your responsibility to make the change. You need a proven system that understands biology, leadership, and how to harness your innate power. That's exactly what we do inside the Baby Sleep Accelerator. This isn't just about sleep training. It's about giving you a success strategy to raise a truly independent sleeper and reclaim your nights without the crying out method. If you're done with the guesswork, if you're done with the exhaustion, and you want to give your baby 12 hours of uninterrupted sleep at night, click the link in the description. Let's get your family the rest and independence you all deserve. I'm Nesta Lumpkin. Escape those sleepless nights that are draining your soul and build a baby sleep routine that gives you more freedom.